Right.
Robert L. Dean, who do we have with us today?
We are so honored to have this young man with us. This dude started out in '91 with a major movie, The Five Heartbeats, then '93, Cool Runnings, then '94, Above the Rim, then '98, The Temptations, then 2000, Little Richer. The list goes on and on. This man is amazing at his craft, and he sings and he models. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only by the one name, Mr. Leon. Welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
Early in the morning. Glad to be with y'all. Um, at first, I was listening to the beef part, that
uh,
you had a beef with me, right?
yeah.
And I'm just scared in my mind. I'm saying, I don't know her. I don't know her.
Right, right,
What are
right.
you talking about?
Hey, I've been a big fan of you for
Yep.
years, and I think the thing that amazes me about you is every character that you play. I don't see you anymore. I don't see Leon. I actually see the character, and like Five Heartbeats. I've watched the Five Heartbeats maybe 80 times.
He always refers to it.
I literally could go almost line for line. And one of my favorite lines or
Is
favorite scenes is when you stepped in front of the brother Flash and you started singing and said, hold my jacket. Don't it feel good? And I said it was so smooth, and I said, this dude right here. But here's where my beef comes in. My beef comes in because I'm looking at your whole stilo. First of all, I start with your walk. Your walk is so smooth, brother. So first of all, help me with the walk. Where did that walk come from?
I don't know. I guess it's something that's developed over the years. I guess it's part style, part confidence. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and that was the one thing that when I first saw you, I said, "This brother got a walk." And there's some people that you could see them come in, oh, that's cool, but it's like when you come in, it's like a presentation. You know what I'm saying? Even and I like saying, "All right," and then what I like about it is everything. And I'm gonna ask you in real life: Are you that cool in real life as if you when you're on the screen?
Rumor has it, people think so, but I don't know because I'm not with me. So,
Uh,
right, right, right. Now, my question to you is: as a child, what were your aspirations? Because to do the great things that you've done, there had to be something that shifted in your life or in your trajectory to get you where you are today.
when I was young, I was basically, you know, influenced by the things around me. So, like any other kid. And so I went to parochial schools. So the first thing I ever thought I ever wanted to be was a priest.
Wow.
And but I realized that that's because when you go to Catholic schools, you have to go to mass all the time, and the only person who was allowed to talk was the
Was.
priest in front of all these people. So I'm thinking, well, hell, I could do that.
Right. Right.
yeah,
So that was probably the show business in me that I didn't know about, you know.
Yes.
yeah.
And and then later on in life, I just think that I'm very blessed to have had very good parents
Hmm.
and very good upbringing. And my dad, in particular, God rest his soul, instilled in me confidence. He'd always say, "Son, you do your best because the cream will always rise to the top." And I took that with me my whole life. My whole life, I took that with me.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about you is I always, there's some actors that I say are men, where men have no problem with celebrating them
Hmm.
because of their energy. But in kind of like traveling through life and watching some of your moves, um, I've been very impressed of you as a man, but also as you as a father,
Hmm.
and how
Mhm.
you are always, in my opinion, very present. How is it where you have men that celebrate you um, and honor your presence because you're like a man's man?
No, I appreciate that. And actually, to be honest with you, it's something that I've appreciated more and more as my career has gone on.
Hmm.
Um, to be perfectly honest with you, I was a ladies' man. If you look at, if I have 900,000 followers, it says 80 of them are women.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So women have been the backbone of my career continuing, I think. But as I've gotten older, men have really celebrated me and have come up to me and really appreciated me and always trying to give me my flowers and stuff. And I always thought of myself as a man's man,
Hmm.
but you can't control all the time how you come off on screen
Right.
because I'm a trained actor. That's what I do. And what I do is I breathe life into a writer's characters and I bring them to life for you.
Hmm.
And so in the storylines that I tell, you never know how they're going to affect people and
Hmm.
how they're going to see you. And so you can only hope you know, that they can sense that in your real life that you're someone that they appreciate.
Now, did you get any formal training? Did you go to a performing arts university? How did you step into what you're doing now? Because many listeners and viewers have aspirations like yourself in different capacities.
Yeah, I'm a trained actor. Well, first off, I was discovered in college. I was in a very unusual way. I was on a basketball scholarship, and a graduate film student chased me down campus and begged me to be in his movie.
Wow.
And I was just like, well, I'm not an actor. I'm sure someone in the theater arts department would like to be in your movie more than me.
Hmm.
And they said, no. He said, I have a good eye. I've been watching you, your style. So, like,
See?
you're going to be in the movies one day, and I want to be the first one to do it.
Wow.
See?
So I went and, I did this movie, and it didn't feel foreign to me. It felt like I had been doing it my whole life. And so I quickly changed my major, became a drama major. I studied in college, then went on to HB Studios in New York and studied. Then I studied a full curriculum at American Academy of Dramatic Arts, where I did scene study and script work, dance, vocal lessons,
Wow.
yeah, the whole deal.
So one of the things about it is, some people I call one trick ponies. But for you, you just have an arsenal of skill sets that can be used. Now, when I saw you play basketball in one of the movies, I said, "Oh, that ain't no double. That dude got some skills." Because I mean, I was watching how you was handling the ball, but also how you were moving.
Hmm.
Then I see you in these movies where you're singing, and when I first saw it, I'm like, wait a minute, that dude really singing.
Hmm.
So I had to go back and do my research, and I'm like, that dude is really singing. And then I kept going on and just looking at your different arsenals. Could you just share in your toolbox the different things that makes you this quadruple threat that you use in all of your opportunities?
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you just said the key word. It's opportunity. And, you have to be blessed with the opportunity to be able to display your skills. Um, whether it's acting, singing, bringing a character to life, or even in sometimes, like a movie like The Five Heartbeats, where the singers were actually cast before the actors. So
Hmm.
Wow.
therefore, I had to make the voice my own,
Wow.
you know. And so, it's just a lot. It's all about opportunities. You never sometimes. People will say, "Oh, this person is the greatest actor," or "This person's." Well, that person had the best opportunities in which you got to see them.
Hmm.
And so, I'm always happy and blessed when I do some work and people really get to see it because there's so much work that doesn't get to be seen.
Right. In your traveling, where's one of your favorite places that you've had a chance to film a movie or a mini series or whatever?
Wow, I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. Um, uh, I say a favorite for me would probably be, but it's not a place that that's foreign to me because I lived there for 4 months out of the year for 10 years. So it would be Jamaica when I did
Wow.
Cool Runnings.
Hmm.
So but I filmed in Chile. I have a movie coming out this Christmas that I did in London.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, so I do love to get a chance to travel and go different places to do movies because especially you know as black men
Hmm.
we are loved all around the world,
Hmm.
and that's one of the things that I wish people could experience because especially now
Right.
we're living in a very strange time and hard time and where
Hmm.
people are trying to take away what we worked so hard for,
Yes.
and but to realize that you can go abroad and you're celebrated
Yeah.
and they love you, and they think that you're fantastic, and and the diversity you bring to their lives is something that they can embrace, and so yeah, I really hope that more of us young people can travel so that they
Yes.
can see the world and realize that here in the United States is just a small part of the world.
Small.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I love the ability for connectedness. Shout out to Jackie Tacky for Lauderdale Media Group.
Yes.
We have been talking about you for years, and she has an admiration for your skills and the things that you bring to the table. And she said, "You know what? My friend is coming to San Diego." And I said, "Oh, we would love to interview him. Let's talk about your visit here to San Diego and what's getting ready to go down on Friday night."
Thank you. Yeah, Friday night we are here at the Legacy Resort for a concert with my band Leon and the Peoples,
Mm-hmm.
and we play a blend between reggae and soul music.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and we've been blessed to have audience just love us. We put on a good show. The people in my band are fantastic musicians and artists, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've been looking to come out west for a while. This is our first stop. It's just a one-off, and then we're going to come back and do most of Southern California. So if I'm given the opportunity to come here for just to give people a little taste, I say, yes, come on, let's go.
Yeah. So tell me, how long has the band been together,
Hmm.
and is it like a solid where everybody's the same every time, or do you bring special guests in? Can you give everybody a little taste of what they might get on Friday night? Because I know that there's tickets still available, and we got to make sure that they sell that place out.
Oh yeah. Well, what they're going to get is they're going to get a high energy show
Hmm.
that's also with thought-provoking lyrics because we sing music for the people.
Okay.
Yes.
And so so many times I just love it after the show. People are like, wow, man, I just love what your music is about, and what you're saying, and we've been together. I've had my band since our first record that we won some awards with called The Road Less Travel came out in '07,
Wow.
Mm.
and there's been variations of the band, but mostly there's been people that have been with me for most of that time, and now our latest album, Love is a Beautiful Thing, which is about all aspects of love, not just romantic love, but
Hmm.
the love that we have for our mother, our father, our sisters, our brothers, and 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 ourselves, more
Hmm.
importantly. And so, yeah, we've just been out here doing things. We're kind of a different band. We're a live band, and
Hmm.
so I consider myself live band more than a recording band because what we do is we perform our songs before we ever record them.
Real
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
Real artist.
Yeah, yeah, because then I already know what people like.
Hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like tomorrow night when we perform, we're gonna perform two new songs for you, and we'll see right there and then how people respond to
Well,
He's not Nelly Vanilli.
yeah,
That's what he's saying. They're
I
not Nelly Vanilli. They're the real
them.
singers and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Well, here's the problem. People are starting to text me now, and I got a text that just came in that said, "If I buy a ticket to sit on the front row, will you come off the stage and hold my hand?"
Oh Lord.
I'm like, did you just really text me that?
Well, I have to see how far that jump is from the stage to the floor. Okay?
We don't want him
'Cause
jumping to hurt
Yeah,
himself.
yeah,
yeah,
well, yeah, I got to make sure this resort's got the insurance paid up.
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody gonna say they got stairs. You can just go right down the stairs in front.
That takes too long.
Yeah, but again, can you give us where they can get the tickets at and everything?
Yeah, you can go to my website, my band's website, which
Okay.
is Leon and the Peoples .net. That's Leon and the Peoples. That's Peoples with an S. .net, and go to our shows. And when you see our shows, there'll be a link to
Okay.
go to get tickets.
Mhm.
And yeah, you can get tickets there. Um, and yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody in San Diego. It's been a while since I've been to San Diego. I haven't been here since I think I performed in a play
Uh-huh.
at Speckles Theater.
Freckles, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, me and Billy D. Williams.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
wow.
he remind me of a younger
Yeah.
version of him in that how he carries himself
Hmm.
and how he talks.
Uh-huh.
He's real smooth. They don't really raise their voice too much in their acting unless like they have to.
Yeah. And I like how you when you walk, your head got a little lean to it. Like you kind of check it about. I'm like, there's certain people that are in the industry that got signature looks. And even though when you do characters, I literally can't see Leon. I see the character. But anytime I've ever seen you outside of that, the smoothness is there, and I appreciate that because it tells me that who you are is who you are, and it's not like you're fabricating this person, this skill set, this talent. I think that in this season, young people need to see genuine people and not people that are trying to be, but this are.
Yeah, and it's not always easy in this day and age too with social media. People are constantly, trying to capture your image
Hmm.
without your permission. Countless times I've been out with friends eating and see someone's video camera pointing towards me while I'm eating or having a conversation with someone, which
Wow.
is which is not cool.
Right.
I try to educate people more than I try to get upset with them.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll come up to them and say, "Well, what would happen if you saw someone videotaping you
Hmm.
while you were sitting there having a dinner with your wife or whatever
Right.
else have you? What would you do? You lose your mind.
Hmm.
Right.
You'd be mad as hell."
Right.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, I'm a person too,
Yeah.
and and you videotaping me is even more of a disrespect because that's what I do for a living."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and the thing I think about it is that a lot of people in my company they always say, "Why don't you take pictures with people that you work with or stars or anything else of that nature?" And I always say that again, if I treat you like a star, then you always have to feel like you're on stage. But I always treat you like a human being, treat you well, then you can be yourself. And I think when people come to our city, and this is what I'm going to ask you, uh, have they taken you out for the roll taco special from the special taco shop cart yet?
Shops.
No, no, not yet, not
Okay.
yet, not yet.
Now
But
if they if nobody
now that you say that, I got to start looking for that.
yeah, and if they don't do that, you tell Jackie to call us, and we'll make sure that we bring over the specialty to make sure
Oh,
that
okay.
you are good. But I want to say before we go any further, thank you.
Yes.
We are a Stellar Award winning gospel station, and for you to take the time out to come on to our show early in the morning, because I know that you're already here. This is an early call for you, and I appreciate you honoring us with your presence this morning.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you having me on. I always appreciate people who um, are gracious enough to bestow kind words of me upon me or my talent and stuff like that. It's always nice. I don't take those things for granted.
Right.
I never do, and I never will. I always say beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
Hmm.
So for me to talk to two men, two brothers like you who
Yes.
have great appreciation for my talent,
Yes.
I appreciate it because, there's always people out there that don't.
That's right.
Amen. Amen.
I have one more last question. What would you tell the younger Leon that started years ago? What would you tell him compared to now? What would be your advice to him, like the young Leon that just started fresh?
Mm, I would say be you. No matter
Yeah.
what happens, be you. Because, and I tell this to young people when I speak to them, whether it be college or anything else, beauty's an eye of the beholder, and it's the same thing with acting.
Hmm.
Marlon Brando said this the best, I think. Good actors are not better than other good actors. We're just different. And so I could walk across the room, pick up a newspaper, light up a cigarette, and answer a phone call. Well, shit, so many actors could do that. You could do that.
Right.
But you just may like the way I do it.
That's
You like
right.
the way I walk over there. You like the way I talk.
That's right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And so the thing I tell everyone is this: the best thing you can ever give the world is you, because they're better singers than me, they're better actors than me, there's better everything than me. That's for sure. But I can tell you one thing: there is not better than me.
That's right.
There's no better Leon.
There you go.
Whoop, there it is. You have heard it right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have had the pleasure
Yes.
of talking and interviewing the icon himself, Mr. Leon, right here on GOD Radio 1. We want you, he's here in San Diego. All the folks that are tuned in, I know you guys are all around the world mad because y'all can't get to San Diego today, but he's getting ready to go, he's going on tour. You got to go to his website. Again, it is
LeonandThePeoples.net.
LeonandThePeoples.net. We're going to put it up in there. LeonandThePeople.net. We need you to follow.
Peoples with an S.
Peoples.
Peoples with an S.
Like
Yes, yes.
Yarborough and Peoples.
Yes.
Peoples, right.
Peoples
Exactly.
with an S. We want you to go out. For those that are here in San Diego, go get your tickets. Show up and show out. Buy that ticket for the front row and just be waving up there and hold a jacket and have a jacket. He might come down, but the biggest thing more than anything else, he is going to give you a show second to none. But we want you to follow him, buy the music. Don't just stream, buy it. Be a true supporter. And here's the big thing. Follow him because he will probably come into a city near you. So you can say, I heard it here first. I followed him. And you could literally send an inbox and say, look, I heard it on the radio and I'm following you now. And I need you to come to Houston, Texas, because we like that. All of the things. Let's support
I love hearing where people want me to come. And just for people who are coming tonight, who are thinking about coming tonight, no fear. I'm having a meet and greet right after the show.
Wow.
It's tonight or tomorrow night?
Tomorrow. It's Friday night.
Tomorrow night.
Friday
Yeah,
night.
tomorrow night.
And it's
So,
LeonandThePeoples.net.
Yes.
I'll get to see you up close.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Y'all don't start. I don't have tickets. You have to go to the site and follow, and all the information will be there. We're gonna put
and also it's at the Legacy Resort in San Diego.
In Mission Valley. Valley.
Yeah, Mission Valley.
Yeah.
You can come and you just get there early. The doors open at 7, and if there's tickets available, you can just buy tickets right
I
there.
think I might go.
Yeah. All right,
tickets
ladies
right
and
there.
gentlemen, we done had the icon himself.
Yes.
Y'all don't be texting me asking. Yeah, we don't have no freebie tickets.
No freebies.
Y'all
Support.
go
We gotta
buy
support.
the tickets.
We got to support.
All right, we'll get back to some more great gospel.